Action!
I think 37 years after the first Lethal Weapon, people still remember that movie fondly.
It was unique in that it wasn't just an action film. It was really a two-character film about these guys who were cops.
God hates me, that's what it is.
Hate him back, it works for me.
Those two together have become iconic.
You ever met anybody you didn't kill?
And there was a sense instantly that this was going to work.
Well, I haven't killed you yet.
I remember walking in New York. I heard, I'm getting too old for this, you know?
I'm too old for this.
I don't know for sure if Lethal Weapon started the whole buddy cop reluctant partner thing, because pretty soon I heard that often as almost like a genre.
It wasn't like it was new, but there weren't as many sort of buddy cop movies around.
The buddy cop for sure, but reluctant partners, not so much. And that's exactly what they were. And they were forced into each other, and so good drama comes out of that.
I'm supposed to tell you you're breaking in a new partner in on this.
Partner again?
You know, there's a scene where he says, meet your new partner.
Gun! Gun!
He throws me over his shoulder on the ground.
Raj, meet your new partner.
And Dick Donner said, say something, Glover. I said, I'm too old for this shit.
Even back then, I mean, they had to put some salt and pepper in Danny's hair because the character was supposedly 50 and he was 38. Too old for this shit. He's 38 when he's saying that, right?
I'm too old for this shit.
Most of all, I remember casting, because Marion Doherty was the best of the best.
The grande dame of casting was in residence at Warner Brothers. And she loved the script. In our short list of potential actors, they were both white. And Marion said, is there any reason why Murtaugh can't be black? We said, no, absolutely not. She said, do you know Mel Gibson? Yeah, that handsome, wonderful actor in Australia. She said, yes. And then she said, do you know Danny Glover? And we thought, well, okay. And she said, trust me.
It was her idea for Danny Glover, and that was so great. It just suddenly clicked.
We had a reading at Mark Canton's house, head of Warner's at that point.
It was the first time Mel and Danny met. By the end of those 120 pages, there was no doubt in anyone's mind that we had just found Riggs and Murtaugh.
Mark was over the moon. He was just looking around and like, where'd you get these guys? This is perfect.
You're looking at a dead man here. Watch. Don't worry. You know, I was driving before you were itching your daddy's pants.
Danny and Mel had the most amazing relationship, those two guys together. They were hilarious. It was almost like they had their own dance going on.
They were definitely the odd couple, definitely. And Mel was wild, like his character Riggs, and Danny was a little bit more take it easy, you know. And so they were interesting to see together because you never knew what to expect.
Hey, what's the number of your car here?
3 William 56.
3 William 56 en route. God, I love this job.
I think that sometimes the power of a relationship goes beyond the two of us. We trusted each other.
They just fell into this rhythm, and it's happened sometimes with a buddy picture where two people come together who've never met and have respect for each other, but not a great deal of previous experience. And they just act like they've been best friends for 10 years, and you go, look at that chemistry.
Nobody wants to work with me.
Guess what?
What?
I don't want to work with you.
Watching Mel and Danny, it seemed so natural.
I remember Danny taking Mel under his wing like a big brother.
And the way they would joke around, like that even showed on camera. The behind the scenes thing was real.
It's wonderful to work with Mel. I don't ever think we clashed, really. Mel is so generous.
What the hell thins my middle name?
Yeah, your wife's cooking. I'm not surprised.
What?
Nothing.
Somehow these two spark and bring something to this, so every day became interesting. You know, you didn't know Mel was doing things he hadn't done before, a character that was different. Danny was bouncing off him. It was great.
It was an enormous opportunity. I mean, it basically made my career. I mean, because we're sitting here because something happened.
Hey, Riggs.
Yo.
You really like my wife's cooking?
No. See you tomorrow.
I think it resonated. A lot of people imitated it after that, too, but they couldn't get that tricky, I don't like you, I love you balance between the two guys.
Read 'em and weep. do you do? Sleep with that thing under your pillow?
I would if I slept.
Forget about today's numbers. Lethal Weapon opened to like $4 or $5 million in America. And something unprecedented happened. The next week it made 7. They don't go up, they go down. You say, oh, it's only a 20% drop in the second week, that's good. No, this went up. No one's seen that. We couldn't have anticipated that.
There have been many, many movies since then. They're buddy cop movies, but I think at the heart of it, people remember Mel and Danny.
I'm most grateful for Lethal Weapon for being with Mel Gibson and the entire cast, is to say that we've made people's lives better.
I'll tell you a little secret.
What?
I'm not crazy.
I know.
Oh, good. Let's eat.